Credible journalism.
But Drew Hernandez is a strong-minded individual.
Exposing lawlessness.
Hernandez, who is ideological.
Finding the truth.
And use the word Antifa.
This is what they do.
Battling
They're
mainstream
liars. The woke mob, all they can do is lie.
These are the front lines.
What's going on, thought criminals? Welcome to Frontlines. I am your host, Drew Hernandez. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Things are getting crazy in New York specifically. I mean, the whole country is seems to be losing its mind, but not you guys watching at home. And by the way, I want to say thank you to everyone watching tonight on Real America's Voice, Rumble, or shout out to the Getter chat right now that's watching, or wherever you're watching this. Please do me a huge favor, copy the link wherever you find yourself watching this and share it out on your social, on your Getter, your Truth, your Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Send the links out, get the information out. It helps us big time. Thank you guys very much for doing that. My name is Drew Hernandez, and you are now on the front lines. Like I said, New York, the epicenter, the big apple of a lot that goes down in the United States of America, a huge state of influence. There's a few things going on, and obviously there's some stuff going on with former President Trump. But first, our Frontlines reporter Rebecca Brannon infiltrated the New York Attorney General Letitia James drag show. Rebecca caught footage of the New York AG Letitia James with a weird-looking drag queen and some minors on Sunday. She was reading material from a children's book to minors at a drag story hour she hosted at the LGBTQ+ the center located in NYC's West Village, along with a drag queen who wore a shirt that read, "I don't want to look or be cis," because children, definitely need to be taught that. Rebecca Brannon reporting with Frontlines posted this video, which shows James sitting next to a colorful sexual drag queen character and reading to minors the words, "I'll be near standing by and know that I'll love you till the day that I die. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, for you are my child. Courageous and free." Take a look.
Fly high, and I'll always be here, I'll be near, standing by, and know that I'll love you till the day that I die.
Oh, God.
Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, for you are my child, courageous and free.
What is there to clap about, dude? Like, I'm not, like, if I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like a little kid, it's, it's like 2 a.m. and it's dark in your room, and, you heard a weird, scuttle in the closet. You hear some ruffling around. You hear some weird creature scratching in the closet, and you open the closet, and Parker, let's get a still of that freak. You open the closet, and boom, that freak pops out right in your face, and it's like, yes, little child, whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. For you are my child, courageous and free. You know what, Mom? You know what, Dad? Like, would you for real feel comfortable with that freak just alone in your child's room saying such things? Well, obviously, these parents, so-called parents, that are at this drag queen story hour, which should be arrested, in my opinion, putting children in danger. This is like child abuse. Obviously, these so-called parents don't care. I mean, it's just so ridiculous at this point when you see these so-called parents that continually put their children in these environments that are obviously not only going to indoctrinate but poison their minds for decades to come, introducing them to all these weird freaks that are just there telling them, "You're my child. Oh, you are my child." And the parents are just like, yeah, our kids are yours. Yes, take our kids. I'm surprised at this point they're not just like grabbing their babies and throwing them at these drag freaks. You know what I mean? And that's like the next level, where they're just taking their children and offering them up like as sacrificial little, objects of burnt sacrifice. I mean, that's what they do with the abortion, and they sacrifice babies and they offer them up to Molech. And I just, what really makes me angry about this, we have some more clips. So take a look at New York Attorney General Letitia James and a colorful sexual drag queen character just reading to minors like it's totally normal.
Any 2-year-olds here?
Oh,
Any
wow.
48-year-olds here?
What?
Well, that's good because drag story.
What? Hold on, play that one more time. Listen, did you guys hear that?
Any 2-year-olds here? Any 48-year-olds here? What? Well, that's good because drag story.
Any 2-year-olds here? Any 48-year-olds here? She might as well just come out and say, any pedophiles here like me? Because there's 2-year-olds around here and little children. Where you at, little kids? Come here to auntie so you could sit on my lap and dude, it's just, I really wish this wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really wish videos like this didn't exist. I really wish this was like some kind of just like sick, twisted joke that's like, okay, that's not real. It's just some, dark humor. But the crazy part about all of this is that this is real. You're literally watching some kind of drag freak sit there in public and ask if there are 2-year-olds and 48-year-olds in the same room. And you guys all here? The gang's all here. We're all here. Oh, but tolerance. You got to be tolerant and accept it, because if you don't, you can't hurt somebody's feelings and you're a bigot. So you shut up, mom. You shut up, dad. You can't have an issue with this. You cannot take issue with this because that person is a protected class. Geez, here's another video of a drag queen man asking if there are any 2-year-olds. I think that's the video we just played, right, guys? If we have any more clips, do we have one more clip? We don't. Just for the viewers that are tuning in, I'm so shocked by this clip. I need to play it one more time. Listen, this is real. This is absolutely real.
Any 2-year-olds here? Any 48-year-olds here? Well, that's good because drag story. Any 2-year.
I just can't. Moving on. Big news out of New York. Will the 45th president of the United States be arrested? President Trump says he expects to be arrested Tuesday. At the time of this taping, that would be tomorrow. On Tuesday, March 21st, he expects to be arrested as New York law enforcement prepares for possible indictment. Former President Donald Trump said Saturday he expects to be arrested in connection with the years-long investigation into a hush money scheme involving adult film actress Stormy Daniels, and called on his supporters to protest any such move. CNN's John Miller reported Friday that meetings have been ongoing throughout the week among city, state, and federal law enforcement agencies in New York City about security preparations for a possible indictment of Trump. Take a look at the Trump attorney responding to these unfolding events.
This is an all-out war, Donald Trump is the toughest human being I've ever met.
Sure
Most
is.
people crumble under allegations like this, and with the pressure he's under from political opponents weaponizing the justice system. Donald Trump is not going to ask for anything from them. They want him in 100 Center Street. He'll be there loud and proud, and there's nobody that's going to make him cower. But again, let's see where they go. Let's see what the process is. This is all new to everybody in the history of this country.
Well, that's the thing, because people wonder, okay, then does he post bail? Does he, the whole thing is so disgusting.
Bail. You could murder someone in New York City and you don't have to post bail.
Right.
Okay?
This is what I'm wondering.
If
How
they
far
ask
are
for
they
$1
going to
in
take
bail in
this?
this case, that just seals the deal.
Oh, but Hillary Clinton, the Clinton crime family, you could have, classified files all over your servers at your house, and then actually scrub them, and the FBI confirms all of it. You guys remember that? Oh, no, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. Nothing to see here. But, it's this constant and consistent witch hunt of President Donald Trump that's been going on for years. We're on, year 6, going on 7 years with this stuff, with these people. Russiagate, Ukraine hoax, never-ending saga that these people are never going to stop with this. And obviously, the timing of this is perfect for them, because here we are on the verge of going into 2024, and of course they're going to try and bring down some. They raided Mar-a-Lago, you guys. They mobilized the FBI to raid Mar-a-Lago, so they are throwing anything and everything. The deep state is in full full overdrive right now when it comes to President Trump and the verge of a 2024 run. And it's for obvious reasons, right? It is for obvious reasons because they know the writing is on the wall. We are on to the New World Order. We are on to the deep state. We see their plans. They've all been exposed. We know who is who, and it's only going to continue. And I think there is something huge on the horizon in 2024, and we will see where that goes. Speaking of some reactions to this, Hollywood celebrities freak after Trump tells supporters to protest his imminent arrest. F this guy. This is a headline. Hollywood celebrities are freaking out after former President Trump made this announcement and urged supporters to protest his upcoming arrest, which he said in a social media post will come on Tuesday. Stars including Chrissy Teigen, Rob Reiner, and novelist Stephen King, of course, contributed to Hollywood's latest Trump-induced meltdown. Let's take a look at some of these comments from Mr. Rob Reiner. When Donald Trump became the Republican nominee for president in 2016, I joined Twitter. I wanted to speak out against a man I knew to be a pathologically lying, misogynistic racist who was and is an existential danger to our democracy. The elimination of this scourge is upon us. What a freaking loser, dude. Talk about losing your mind. Here's another one from Chrissy Teigen. I just read a prediction that he would try to cause so much mass chaos that they'd be forced to let him out. Here we go. These people have lost their minds, you know. Trump's a Nazi. Trump's a Nazi. The fascists are coming. We're all going to die. That's all we've been hearing since, 2015, since he came down the escalator. Has it happened? Has it happened at all? Anywhere remotely close to these false prophecies that these people have been peddling about President Trump and like these fascist, regimes that are just going to take over everything? No, it's like them. It's them. No pun intended. It's they, them. They're the real fascists. Anyways, Chrissy Teigen has absolutely lost her mind as well. And Stephen King came out of the woodwork and said Donald Trump is a sociopath and a criminal. To let him near the nuclear codes again would be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. It's just like so robotic with these NPCs, right? Don't they get old? Aren't you guys like sick of hearing the same stuff over and over again from these NPCs? They need a new update. These NPCs need new updates. They need new talking points. They need new things. That's like so 2015, 2016 to say. Super outdated attack against President Trump. Oh, we can't let him have the nuclear codes because, he doesn't have the temperament. We're going to end up in a nuclear war. When it's like literally the other side is like fanning the flames of World War III. But we all know that's the New World Order, and they try and pin what they are and what they do on their opponents. Why? Because that's the art of their war. Talking about the crazy and the mentally ill and people that have lost their minds, sometimes you read these articles, and you sit here and ask yourself, am I reading the Babylon Bee? Is this satire? This can't possibly be real, right? Do you guys wake up every day like me and you scan the news and you're just like, you ask yourself, you say those three things to yourself all the time? It's like, this has to be the Babylon Bee. This has to be satire. This can't possibly be real. Well, this is one of those headlines. Apparently drinking coffee is white supremacy now, you guys. Breaking news. Is coffee racist? How drinking coffee perpetuates white supremacy. This is a blog post from Afru. They say if you consume coffee, you are helping an industry built on racism. All right, pay attention, you racists out there. All right, you paying attention? You pay attention, you racist, all right? You pay attention to this stuff, all right? Every single one of us, because we're all just racist white supremacists. So we pay attention, and we make sure we get this down right now, because if we don't, we're going to be more racists. That's how they view you, right? It's like, these people. Anyways, here's a snippet from the article, Every Element of the Coffee Industry. This is what they're saying. In fact, is rooted in racism. Oh, wow. From the moment the whites I can't even read this. From the moment the whites viciously stole coffee from black and brown people to the present day Karen sipping her morning cup of white supremacy. Whites have been able to drink the fruits of our labor and our culture with impunity. Okay, whites? Oh my gosh, can you imagine if this was just like, reversed? The article claims that coffee was an almost religious part of black culture and that whites stole them. Whites then enslaved blacks, according to the outlet, because they wanted more coffee. So, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter no matter what you do, right? Even if you're black and you don't agree with this, you just show up and you're sipping coffee, you know what? I don't agree with that. You white supremacist, racist, how dare you disagree with us? But I'm black, I'm brown, I don't believe that drinking coffee is racist or white supremacist. It doesn't matter, you don't agree with us, so you're a racist and you're a white supremacist. Don't you understand? It's because you don't agree with us. Because you don't agree, that's why it's racist. Yes, that is how people think, you guys. That is how these people think. That is their logic, if we could even call it that. That is their thought process. Yes, it is very obnoxious. It's woke-tarded. It doesn't make any sense. It's not supposed to make sense because it's about power and control and imposing their will upon yours. And you're not supposed to make any intellectual consistencies because it's about just controlling what they want you to believe and see and all the above. It's total mental illness. The people have been let outside of the asylums and they're ruling and controlling everything. Speaking of people that belong in an asylum that are racist, race hustler Robin DiAngelo wants segregation. Robin DiAngelo, the author of White Fragility, went viral after George Floyd's death in 2020, calling for white people to apologize for their whiteness. Take a look.
And then I'm a big believer in affinity space and affinity work. And I think people of color need to get away from white people and have some community with each other. And I'll let that go and maybe see if anyone else wants to pick it up.
So you got the white lady sitting there telling the black girls, I think people of color just kind of they need to go do their own thing, be with each other. They just need to be segregated. Let's just segregate the people of color. The white lady telling the black ladies, we just need to put you guys to go do your own thing. Go have your own communities. It's insanity. It's truly insane with these people, but hey, I love black people, man. I love white people. I love brown people. I love all people. I love black people. Here is this based black dude, man, destroying the great high priest, Dr. Fauci, and his jab agenda in the United States. Take a look at this.
People in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach? About 20 years of science to get us to be able to do it.
20 years is not enough. And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you all came up with.
The only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if a lot of thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
it's much more serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
The number that you all giving that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
You gonna pass?
Yeah, definitely.
All
Because when you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, it's something else going on with
That's
that.
right.
Something else. It's something else going on.
It
with
is
that.
something going on
Yeah,
with
something
it.
else
You're
going
right.
on
But
with
I'm glad millions of people like me and most everybody here didn't get an incentive. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But that's, I won't keep you anymore.
It's okay, because my incentive, y'all campaign is about fear. It's about inciting fear in people. You all attack people with fear. That's what this pandemic is. It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
Woo! Oh, there he is. There he is. Popping his pills. That's right, dude. I think he pretty much laid it out right there. You're incentivizing people. You're paying people to get jabbed. There's definitely something going on. And they just like want to shove this down your mouth. It's like you have any opposition towards it, you're just an idiot. You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. But I'm glad that dude sent Dr. Fauci packing, man, because I mean, I think if any one of us, especially the thought criminals watching this show, would love the opportunity to share their thoughts with Mr. Fauci themselves. And I'm pretty sure that that individual, you know, good for him to speak his mind, based black guy, just really sticking it to them, letting them know he ain't having it. But I mean, these people are a cult, right? They show up all masked up like a cult, right? And they have their little talking heads. They have their high priest, right? And they have like their little talking heads, like all just yapping. It's like, I don't want your jab. I'm fine. I'm cool. Well, you know, the incentive, I was incentivized because I want to keep my community safe. Okay, that's cool for you. I don't want it. But what do? They virtue signal. They make you seem like lesser of a human being, like you're some kind of murderer out in the open. Of course, because that's the cult-like mentality where if you don't believe in the same doctrine, you don't worship their religious figures or their leaders. If you don't fall in line and think like everyone else thinks, what happens to you? You get excommunicated and you get painted as someone that is dangerous to be around. That's exactly what we saw, and that's what we're continuing to see to this day. I mean, look at this Portland left-wing group that organized a funeral, okay? A funeral for public health to mourn the end of mask mandates. You want to talk about a mass formation psychosis and Stockholm syndrome, dude? On Saturday, far-left radical group Mask Block PDX announced via Twitter that it would be hosting a funeral to mourn the death of public health, following news that Oregon would be ending its mask mandate for healthcare settings on April 3rd. The ceremony is scheduled for today. It will take place at Pioneer Courthouse Square, a busy downtown Portland gathering place. Those who choose to attend are required to wear N95 masks or similar. You want to talk about the mass formation cult, okay? Years later, it's obvious everything's fine, okay? Just like you and I knew at the beginning, we got something going on, but, you know, we're going to make it through. That's what humanity does. We make it through, we survive, we push through, and we'll make it out to the end. But we know that the globalists and the New World Order had an agenda to lock everything down in unison with the CCP, stack billions, possibly trillions of dollars with the forced inoculations. That's why the federal government paid for all of it and pushed it immediately and as fast as possible for that reason. But here we are. Here we are in 2023, and these people are holding funeral services for the end of mask mandates. And you're going to sit here and tell me, not you guys, but people that are still not paying attention, that we have a serious, serious issue in this country. This is the cult. My name is Drew Hernandez. These are the Frontlines. I'll see you guys on the next one.
We must play offense. Game on.
You expect the rest of the world to live in La La Land. We're not.
We've been saying these things from day one.
Our solemn vow to you, be good, be brief, be gone.
You might find yourself changing your opinion on things you've never even thought twice about. That really sets America apart.
You are not ready for season 2. This is Reloaded.
My life, tale, and my truth has been to fight socialism.
Are you familiar with structural racism?
Yeah, it's a myth.